Vladimir Putin made a bold move in 2024. He turned to North Korea for military support in Ukraine. This marked a new chapter in the conflict. Putin aimed to replenish his depleted forces. He wanted to project an image of strength to the West. The Kremlin welcomed as many as 12,000 North Korean soldiers. These troops were meant to tip the scales in Russia's favor. It was a gamble that has backfired spectacularly. The arrival of North Korean troops was met with skepticism. Many questioned their combat readiness. Reports emerged of their dire living conditions. Their training seemed inadequate for the realities of the Ukrainian battlefield. Putin, however, pressed on, desperate for any advantage. The North Korean troops, primarily from the Storm Corps, were deployed to Kursk. This region had witnessed fierce fighting and Ukrainian advances. They were supposed to bolster Russia's defenses. They were meant to pave the way for a renewed Russian offensive. Their arrival was intended to signal a shift in the war. The message was clear. Russia would use any means necessary to achieve its objectives. This alliance, however, exposed a darker side of the conflict. It highlighted Russia's desperation and its willingness to exploit a vulnerable population. The North Korean soldiers were not arriving as liberators. They were pawns in Putin's game. Their fate would be far from glorious. The North Korean soldiers arrived in Ukraine under a shroud of secrecy. What quickly became apparent was their lack of preparedness. Many were malnourished and ill-equipped. Their training was rudimentary at best, focused on outdated tactics and weaponry. Defector testimonies painted a grim picture. Soldiers spoke of meager rations consisting of moldy cabbage and cracked corn. Some resorted to eating rice mixed with sand just to survive. Their training was equally inadequate. They lacked experience with modern weaponry. Live fire exercises were rare. Most of their training revolved around martial arts and makeshift weapons. These skills were of little use on the modern battlefield. They faced advanced Ukrainian drones and artillery. Their outdated rifles were no match for the sophisticated weaponry employed by Ukrainian forces. The North Korean soldiers, ill-prepared and underfed, were thrown into a conflict they barely understood. Their lack of proper equipment was appalling. Helmets and body armor were scarce. Their uniforms were often threadbare. They were ill-equipped to withstand the harsh Ukrainian winter. Many lacked basic medical supplies. They were vulnerable to even minor injuries. Their physical condition was a testament to North Korea's own struggles. It reflected a regime that prioritized military might over the well-being of its people. The deployment of North Korean soldiers to Kursk was a disaster from the start. Their lack of training and equipment was immediately apparent. They were outmatched by the Ukrainian forces. The Ukrainians were familiar with the terrain. They were equipped with advanced weaponry. The North Korean soldiers became cannon fodder in a war they were ill-prepared to fight. The Battle of Kursk in early January 2025 will be remembered for its brutality. Ukrainian forces, armed with accurate intelligence and superior firepower, decimated the North Korean battalion. Over 1,000 North Korean soldiers perished in a matter of days. The Ukrainians utilized drone strikes and artillery barrages to devastating effect. The North Koreans, lacking air cover and anti-tank weapons, stood little chance. The fighting was chaotic and unforgiving. Reports emerged of communication breakdowns between Russian and North Korean forces. Language barriers and incompatible equipment hampered their coordination. Russian commanders, desperate to salvage their offensive, resorted to using the North Koreans as human waves. They were sent on suicidal charges meant to deplete Ukrainian ammunition. This tactic proved tragically effective, resulting in horrific casualties. The consequences of Putin's North Korean gamble are far-reaching. The deployment has been a strategic and humanitarian disaster. It has exposed the weakness of the Russian military. It has further isolated Russia on the world stage. The human cost has been staggering. Thousands of North Korean soldiers have perished in a conflict that is not their own. The Kremlin's propaganda machine has attempted to downplay the losses. However, the truth is undeniable. The use of North Korean troops has backfired spectacularly. It has undermined Russia's credibility. It has bolstered Ukraine's resolve. The international community has condemned the deployment. However, concrete action has been limited. The fate of the surviving North Korean soldiers remains uncertain. Some have been captured by Ukrainian forces. Others have reportedly deserted, seeking to escape the carnage. The war in Ukraine has become a nightmare for these soldiers. They were lured by promises of money and food. Instead, they found themselves in a meat grinder. The deployment of North Korean troops marks a dangerous escalation in the conflict. It raises serious questions about Russia's willingness to utilize foreign fighters. It highlights the lengths to which Putin will go to achieve his objectives. The world watches with bated breath, uncertain of what the future holds for Ukraine and the wider region. Gap 3S. The deployment of North Korean soldiers by Russia has brought haunting echoes of past conflicts. It reminds the world of the proxy wars and foreign interventions that defined the Cold War era. This modern-day gambit, however, carries its own unique set of dangers. The parallels are striking. Just as North Korean soldiers were once used as pawns during the Korean War, they now find themselves caught in a deadly game far from home. Their plight underscores the tragic repetition of history-young lives, sacrificed on the altar of geopolitical ambition. Yet the world has changed. Social media and global connectivity mean that the stories of these soldiers cannot be easily buried or ignored. Images and reports of their suffering circulate widely, fueling international outrage and calls for accountability. Analysts warn that the use of foreign fighters could set a dangerous precedent. It could embolden other nations to follow suit, further destabilizing regions already fraught with tension. The international community must grapple with the ethical and strategic implications of such actions. As we reflect on the past, we must also look to the future. The fate of the surviving North Korean soldiers hangs in the balance. Will they be repatriated, punished, or forgotten? Their story is a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict and a call to action for global leaders to seek peace and justice. In the end, the echoes of the past serve as a powerful warning. We must learn from history, lest we be doomed to repeat it. The world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that honors the dignity and humanity of all involved. As the world turns its gaze towards the Korean peninsula, the road ahead remains shrouded in uncertainty. The deployment of North Korean soldiers in foreign conflicts is a stark reminder of the fragile balance of power in this region. It raises pressing questions about the future of international relations and the role of smaller nations in global geopolitics. For the soldiers themselves, their journey is far from over. Many face the grim possibility of returning to a homeland that may view them with suspicion or even hostility. Repatriation, if it happens, will not be a simple matter of going home. It will involve complex negotiations and potential risks for both the soldiers and their families. Meanwhile, the international community faces a critical test. Will global leaders come together to condemn the use of foreign fighters and work towards a more stable world order? Or will they allow history to repeat itself with new pawns in an old game of power and control? There is also the question of accountability. How will the world hold those responsible for these actions to account? The stories of these soldiers, now widely known thanks to modern technology, demand justice and a re-evaluation of the norms governing international conflict. In the midst of this uncertainty, there is a glimmer of hope. The global outrage and calls for accountability show that the world is not willing to turn a blind eye. There is a growing consensus that the human cost of conflict cannot be ignored, and that peace and justice must prevail. As we look to the future, we must remember the lessons of the past. The road ahead will be challenging, but it is also an opportunity for the world to come together and forge a path towards a more just and peaceful future. The fate of the North Korean soldiers, and indeed the stability of the entire region, hangs in the balance. The choices we make now will shape the world for generations to come. The journey is far from over, but with collective effort and a commitment to justice, there is hope that the road ahead will lead to a brighter future for all. As the world grapples with the complexities of the North Korean soldiers' involvement in foreign conflicts, a new chapter is beginning to unfold. This chapter is not just about the challenges and uncertainties, it is about the potential for new alliances and unexpected partnerships that could reshape the geopolitical landscape. In the wake of the global outrage, nations are beginning to seek out new allies, forging connections that were previously unimaginable. Countries that once stood on opposite sides of ideological divides are now finding common ground in their shared desire for stability and peace. These emerging alliances are a testament to the power of diplomacy and the human spirit's resilience. For the North Korean soldiers, These new alliances could mean a chance at a new life. Humanitarian organizations are stepping forward, offering support and advocating for their safe repatriation. These efforts are not just about bringing the soldiers home. They are about providing them with the resources and opportunities to rebuild their lives. The international community is also taking steps to address the root causes of such conflicts. Economic aid, educational programs, and diplomatic initiatives are being launched to promote development and peace in regions affected by instability. These efforts aim to prevent future conflicts and create a more equitable world. While the road ahead is still fraught with challenges, the dawn of new alliances brings a sense of hope. It is a reminder that even in the face of adversity, the world can come together to chart a course towards a brighter future. The story of the North Korean soldiers is far from over, but with collective effort and a commitment to peace, there is hope that the next chapter will be one of healing and unity. As we move forward, let us remember that the choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. The dawn of new alliances offers a glimpse of what is possible when we choose collaboration over conflict and hope over despair. The journey is long, but with each step we move closer to a future where peace and justice prevail. The dawn of new alliances is not just a chapter in a story, it is a promise of what we can achieve together. As we stand on the cusp of a new era, the promise of tomorrow shines brightly on the horizon. The dawn of new alliances has set the stage for a future where cooperation and understanding take precedence over division and conflict. The world is beginning to realize that true progress can only be achieved through unity and mutual respect. In the aftermath of past struggles, there is a growing recognition that we must learn from our history to build a better future. The international community is coming together, not just to address immediate crises, but to lay the foundation for lasting peace and prosperity. This collective effort is a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of humanity. For the North Korean soldiers, the promise of tomorrow brings with it the hope of reintegration and renewal. Humanitarian efforts continue to gain momentum, providing these individuals with the support they need to heal and thrive. Educational opportunities, vocational training, and mental health resources are being mobilized to ensure that they can rebuild their lives with dignity and purpose. The broader global landscape is also undergoing a transformation. Nations are increasingly recognizing the interconnectedness of their fates. Environmental initiatives, economic partnerships, and cultural exchanges are fostering a sense of global citizenship. These efforts are not just about addressing immediate challenges, they are about creating a world where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. As we look to the future, it is clear that the choices we make today will have profound implications for generations to come. The promise of tomorrow is a call to action. It is an invitation to embrace our shared humanity and to work together towards a common goal. It is a reminder that despite our differences, we are all part of the same global community. The journey ahead will undoubtedly be complex and demanding, but with hope and determination we can navigate the challenges that lie ahead. The promise of tomorrow is not just a vision, it is a commitment to building a world where peace, justice, and opportunity are within reach for all. Let us move forward with the knowledge that the promise of tomorrow is within our grasp. Together, we can turn this promise into reality, creating a future that is bright, inclusive, and full of potential. The promise of tomorrow is a beacon of hope, guiding us towards a world where we can all thrive. It is a testament to the power of collaboration and the enduring strength of the human spirit. As we embark on this journey, let us carry with us the belief that a better world is possible and that we have the power to make it so. As the promise of tomorrow beckons us forward, we find ourselves standing at the precipice of a new dawn. This is a moment of profound transformation where the lessons of the past converge with the aspirations of the future. The journey has not been easy, and the road ahead will undoubtedly present its own set of challenges, yet there is a renewed sense of purpose and determination that drives us onward. For the North Korean soldiers, this new dawn represents a chance to reclaim their lives and forge new paths. The support they receive is not just about survival, it is about thriving. Communities around the world are coming together to provide the resources and opportunities needed for these individuals to rebuild with dignity. Vocational training programs, educational initiatives, and comprehensive mental health support are paving the way for a brighter future. On a global scale, the interconnectedness of our world has never been more apparent. Environmental sustainability, economic resilience, and cultural understanding are the pillars upon which this new era is being built. Nations are recognizing that collaboration rather than competition is the key to overcoming shared challenges. The spirit of innovation and cooperation is driving us towards solutions that were once thought impossible. As we stand at this new dawn, we are reminded that the future is not a distant dream, but a reality we are actively shaping. Each decision, each act of kindness, and each step forward contributes to the collective progress of humanity. The promise of tomorrow is not just a vision, it is a tangible goal that we can achieve together. Let us embrace this new dawn with hope and determination. Let us carry forward the lessons of the past and the dreams of the future. Together, we can create a world where peace, justice, and opportunity are not just ideals, but lived experiences for all. The new dawn is here, and it is up to us to turn its promise into reality. As we move forward, let us remember that the new dawn is a testament to our resilience, our ingenuity, and our unwavering belief in a better world. The journey ahead will be complex, but with unity and determination, we can navigate the challenges and seize the opportunities that lie ahead. The new dawn is a beacon of hope, guiding us towards a future where we can all thrive. Let us step into this new dawn with confidence, knowing that together we have the power to create a brighter tomorrow. As the first rays of the new dawn illuminate our path, we are called to reflect on the journey that has brought us here. Every step, every struggle, and every triumph has led us to this pivotal moment. The resilience of the North Korean soldiers and the unwavering support of the global community have laid the foundation for a future brimming with possibilities. In this new chapter, we witness the blossoming of hope. Families are reunited, children laugh and play without fear, and dreams that were once suppressed are now given wings to soar. The power of human spirit and the strength of unity shine brighter than ever before. Communities around the world are not just offering aid, but embracing the soldiers as their own, fostering a spirit of global kinship. Vocational training programs are not merely about skills, but about restoring dignity and purpose. Educational initiatives are opening doors to new horizons, and comprehensive mental health support is healing wounds that were once thought to be permanent. The interconnectedness of our world is being harnessed for the greater good. Environmental sustainability is no longer an afterthought, but a priority. Economic resilience is being built through cooperation, not competition, and cultural understanding is creating bridges where there were once walls. As we stand together at the dawn of this new era, we are reminded that the future is ours to shape. Each decision we make, each act of kindness we extend, and each step we take forward contributes to the tapestry of a better tomorrow. The promise of this new dawn is not just a fleeting hope, but a steadfast reality we're all working towards. Let us embrace this moment, carrying forward the lessons of the past and the aspirations of the future. Together, we can create a world where peace, justice, and opportunity are not just ideals, but lived experiences for all. This beacon of hope is a testament to our collective strength, resilience, and unwavering belief in a brighter world. As we step into this new dawn, let us do so with confidence and determination. The journey ahead may be complex, but united, we possess the power to navigate challenges and seize the opportunities that lie before us. The beacon of hope guides us, and together we will create a future where everyone can thrive. This is not just a new chapter, but the beginning of a story where every page is filled with possibility, every line with hope, and every word with the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Let us write this story together.